Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE superstar Rhea Ripley has made a surprising revelation heading into WrestleMania 41. She is currently among the most popular talents on the Stamford-based company's female roster. The Eradicator recently claimed she once used to be terrified of the media. In a recent interview with The Takedown on Sports Illustrated, the former women's world champion noted her schedule is packed heading into the Showcase of the Immortals this weekend. Rhea pointed out that in addition to being on Monday Night Raw and the grandest stage of them all, she had to make several media appearances. The 28-year-old stated she felt honored to be a part of all of it. The former member of the Judgment Day reflected on her journey from being on NXT to establishing herself as a major star. She claimed that the wrestling promotion held her in high regard because she could handle everything professionally. However, Rhea Ripley claimed it was not always the case, and she used to be terrified of the media back in the day. She opined that her practice over the years helped her reach the point where it became second nature. You can check out the video below for Rhea Ripley's comments. The Eradicator is slated to be in action on WrestleMania 41 Night 2. Damage CTRL's Iyo Sky will defend the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match. Rhea Ripley lost her first match at the Show of Shows to Charlotte Flair. The Queen dethroned Ripley to win the NXT Women's Championship at WrestleMania 36. However, she won her next 3 singles contests on the grandest stage of them all. She defeated Asuka, Flair, and Becky Lynch in women's championship bouts in her last 3 singles Mania matches. Rhea Ripley lost the Women's World Championship to the Genius of the Sky last month. It remains to be seen if she can secure a win in her first triple threat contest at WrestleMania to reclaim the title. Chapter 1. The Aftermath of WrestleMania 41. The deafening roar of the crowd had faded. The confetti that once rained down inside the Sophie Stadium was now swept away into the corners of memory. WrestleMania 41 had come and gone, leaving behind triumphs, heartbreaks, and unforgettable moments etched in the minds of millions. For Rhea Ripley, it should have been a celebration. She had retained the WWE Women's World Championship in an absolute war against Becky Lynch, a match that critics were already calling a classic. But as the days passed, a different feeling crept into her heart. Not pride, not relief. Fear. It was something she never allowed herself to acknowledge in public. The Eradicator was known for her dominance, for her ice-cold glare, her unwavering confidence, her gothic armor of strength. But beneath the surface, something had been clawing at her. And 1 week after WrestleMania 41, Rhea Ripley sat down for a raw, unscripted interview with Cathy Kelley. What she revealed would send shockwaves through the WWE universe. Chapter 2. The Sit-Down Interview. The setting was simple, a black backdrop, 2 chairs, and a single spotlight overhead. Rhea Ripley looked different, stripped of her usual heavy makeup, hair tied back, leather jacket draped over the chair behind her. She wore a simple black shirt, her championship resting on the table beside her. But her eyes told the story. There was something deeper stirring. Cathy Kelley greeted her with a warm smile, sensing this wasn't going to be a typical interview. Rhea, Cathy began gently, you've just walked out of one of the most grueling matches of your career. But I understand you wanted to share something personal today. Rhea nodded. She leaned forward, hands clasped together. For the longest time, I played the role of someone fearless, she said. I built myself up as this indestructible force, someone no one could break. But the truth is, I was terrified. And not of what people think. Cathy's brows furrowed. Terrified of what? Rhea took a breath. Of losing myself. Chapter 3. The Rise and the Isolation. Rhea's rise to the top wasn't overnight. From her days in NXT UK, carving out a path as a no-nonsense powerhouse, to taking the main roster by storm, she had fought tooth and nail for every ounce of respect. But success came with a price. As Judgment Day became this dominant faction, I felt the pressure to stay strong. Not just for me, but for all of them, Rhea said. For Finn, for Damien, for Dom, I became Mommy, the one people feared, the one they relied on. But somewhere along the way, I stopped checking in with myself. She talked about the nights she couldn't sleep, haunted by the pressure to live up to the persona WWE had embraced. How the locker room grew quieter when she walked in. How friendships started to fade. I wasn't scared of Becky. I wasn't scared of any opponent. I was scared that one day I'd look in the mirror and not recognize the woman staring back. Chapter 4. WrestleMania Eve. Rhea described the night before WrestleMania 41 in vivid detail. I was alone in my hotel room. No Judgment Day, no trainers, no fans. Just me and my thoughts. And it hit me, if I lose tomorrow, who am I? If I win, will I even feel anything? She confessed she sat on the edge of her bed for hours, clutching her title, asking herself why she started wrestling in the first place. I was terrified that everything I'd done to get here had hardened me so much, I couldn't feel joy anymore. That I'd become this machine, not a person. Chapter 5. A surprise visit. That night, someone knocked on her door. Rhea didn't expect it. She never asked for company. But when she opened the door, it was someone from her past. Raquel Rodriguez. We hadn't talked much since our feud, Rhea admitted. But she came to wish me luck. And she said something I'll never forget. Kathy leaned forward. What did she say? She looked at me and said, no matter what happens tomorrow, remember you're still the girl who fought her way out of Adelaide. You're still Rhea, not just the Eradicator. It hit her harder than any punch she'd ever taken. Chapter 6. The match that changed everything. The match against Becky Lynch was everything she feared. Intense, physical, brutal. It tested her physically and emotionally. There was a moment, she said, when Becky had me in the disarm her, and I thought about tapping. Not because I couldn't take the pain, but because I wanted it to end. The pressure, the persona, everything. But then she saw something. In the front row, there was a little girl. Must have been 6 or 7. She was wearing my merch. And she had this look in her eyes, like I was her superhero. It gave her the jolt she needed. Rhea reversed the hold and hit Riptide. 1, 2, 3. Chapter 7. Redemption. Rhea won the match. But more than that, she reclaimed herself. I realized I didn't need to be invincible. I just needed to be real. I needed to stop pretending I wasn't scared. Because the strongest thing you can do is admit you're human. She started tearing up in the interview, a rare sight for anyone who followed her career. I'm not ashamed of my fear anymore. I use it. I carry it with me. Because it reminds me that I'm still alive. I'm still growing. Chapter 8. The Fallout. After the interview aired, the WWE Universe responded with overwhelming support. Fans flooded social media with messages of admiration. Fellow superstars, including Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, and even Charlotte Flair, praised her for her vulnerability. Triple H tweeted, "It takes true strength to show the world who you really are." Rhea Ripley just redefined what it means to be a champion. Even Dominic Mysterio, in a rare out-of-character moment, commented, "Proud of you, Mommy. Always." Chapter 9. The Evolution of Mommy. Rhea didn't abandon her persona after the confession, she evolved it. She still brought fire to every match. Still stood tall beside Judgment Day. But there was a new layer to her presence now, one that embraced fear rather than ran from it. At Backlash, she faced Liv Morgan, and before the match, she extended a hand, not out of weakness but respect. Liv accepted, and the match was a show stealer. WWE leaned into this new chapter, releasing a documentary titled Fearless, the Rhea Ripley story, showcasing her journey from the NXT UK locker room to main eventing WrestleMania, and finally, her brave revelation. Chapter 10. A Message to the Future. The final moments of the documentary featured a powerful message from Rhea, standing alone in the empty SoFi Stadium days after WrestleMania. To every girl out there who thinks she has to be tough all the time, it's okay to be scared. Just don't let it stop you. Use it. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you why you fight. Closing words. Rhea Ripley's confession wasn't just a storyline, it became a movement. One that redefined strength in WWE. One that peeled back the armor and showed that even the fiercest warriors have hearts that tremble. And in that trembling, true power is born. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.